fun we're gonna show on Hennessy's Bean About. Coffee while we're on the go on Hennessy's Bean About. Learn everything you need to know about coffee, cause we're here to show bean here, bean there on Hennessy's Bean About. Learn everything you need to know about coffee, cause we're here to show bean here, bean there on Hennessy's Bean About.
Welcome to Hennessy's Bean About. I'm John Hennessy. This week we're on the Hastings River. We've got a fantastic junk cruise coming up very shortly. We're also going to the Westport Club. We're going to visit Timbertown. Don't go away, we'll see you real soon. Okay, so now we're going to make a latte, one of my favourite beverages. The latte for me is a great morning drink. So back to tamping. Once again, I can't stress enough the importance of tamping evenly to ensure that you get the full crema feel out of the espresso shot, and we make sure that that is all tamped evenly. Come across the machine, and here we are. Whilst I'm making those espresso shots, once again, the espresso shot will form the basis of all drinks. So we're back over here to an espresso shot. I'm going to come over to the steam arm, which has been cleaned prior to using it. I cleaned it last time. I'm going to steam some milk. So what I'm aiming to do is keep the flow of both coffee and milk at the same time. I'm looking for around about a 27-second extraction on that espresso, giving me plenty of time to create a really nice silky milk using this Dairy Farmers product. A great product for a latte. You can already hear that the espresso shot is completed. Always ensure when you finish milking or steaming a milk jug, clean the steam arm and even purge a bit of steam after use. When I work different bars and clubs and I see people making lattes, I just like to ensure a couple little things. When they're using the latte glass, it's a great appearance from the outside. I like to pour slowly into the centre of the cup, and I really like to bring up, really enjoy making for you. Okay, well, welcome everybody to Chunk Cruises. We have Brian, the captain, today. Brian, tell me a bit about your business. How long have you been operational for?
Yeah, we've been running here in Port Macquarie for about 7 years, and built up from just doing a day or two a week to doing a couple of cruises every 7 days a week at the moment, so it's been going well.
And this is your office. You've got great days like this. Any stories you can tell us? The last few weeks has been raining, hasn't it? It
has been raining, so we've seen stuff coming down the river. We're normally showing people dolphins, and but we've had loggerdiles mainly in the last couple of days. A few logs coming down the river, but it's starting to clear up now, so hopefully we'll see some dolphins.
Beautiful. You see dolphins regularly. There's lots of schools there. Yep.
About 85% of the time we see dolphins. So.
And are those dolphins hang in the river, or are they mainly come in and out of the ocean?
Look, they tell us that they spend most of their time on the ocean, and then they come onto the river for reasons we don't know about, but we nearly about 85% of the time we see them, so yeah.
The Hastings River, can you give me a quick rundown on this river?
Well, people don't realise that Port Macquarie, the Hastings River is obviously the river for the port of Port Macquarie, and Port Macquarie is the third oldest coastal town on mainland Australia. Oxley was sent out by Governor Macquarie to investigate where all these rivers came from. He thought that maybe there was an inland sea. But they found the top of this river, followed it down, ended up where Port Macquarie is now situated, and Oxley recommended to Governor Macquarie that this would be a good area to settle. So Sydney first, Newcastle second, Port Macquarie settled in 1821 on the Hastings River.
Beautiful. And timber was a main trade commodity. Timber, and what else was up here? Was it timber and anything else?
Timber and lime. There was a way they collected lime then for concrete or mortar was to crush oyster shells and burn it. and there's a creek up the river we'll see later, Lime Burners Creek, and that was the centre of where that came from. But the port became the port for the whole region, the New England ranges. Wool and cotton was all brought down overland and shipped out through Port Macquarie.
Mentioned before, out towards the front of the breakwall, lots of treacherous sandbars there. Often there was a shipwreck or two.
Been over 30 good-sized vessels wrecked on the Port Macquarie Bar, yeah, plus dozens of smaller runabouts and that sort of stuff.
So mainly the shipwrecking being done now is up in the cafes. Everyone's up here in Port Macquarie having a good time. There's lots of different action. The town has grown. There's so many good eateries up here nowadays.
Absolutely. It's really turned. I've only been here 13 years, but there's been a transformation even in that time, and it's something that's really matured in that regard.
Yeah, having a walk around town today, we've seen great cafes offering great product, something for everybody up here in Port Macquarie. So if you're up here, come along and see Brian on the Chinese junk, get to take a river cruise, see some dolphins and see what Port Macquarie is all about. Okay, so today here on the Chinese junk, we had a great opportunity to hang with Brian and the rest of the crew. We're going to make some drinks. We're going to make some lovely Da Vinci iced coffee and a range of Da Vinci Italian sodas today. As you watch the boats come along and play on the river. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Okay, the Da Vinci product range comes with a whole series of coffee shots. Coffee shots is coffee extract, flavoured with either caramel, hazelnut, vanilla, there's even straight out espresso. All you do is grab your glass, fill it up with ice, some coffee shots, pouring some Dairy Farmers milk over the product. What a great accompaniment for a hot sunny day in your cafe to a great summer menu is this iced coffee drink by Da Vinci. A stunning beverage, something different for everybody, great profit margin in it, but also it tastes fantastic. Just over 30 minutes drive west of Port Macquarie at Wauchope is one of Australia's best heritage parks called Timbertown. This recreated village allows us to see how Australia's pioneers lived more than 100 years ago. During the 1800s, Wauchope became famous as a timber industry area, and Timbertown takes us back in time to honour that history. The entire village is set on over 80 acres of natural forest, and all aspects of pioneer life are represented here. Bullock teams show visitors how they hauled huge trees out of the forest to the mills. Blacksmiths show us the lost art of forging and producing horseshoes and everyday implements for living off the land. The size of Timbertown is best seen by travelling on the heritage steam railway that winds around the park area. Milling machinery used to cut the timbers are on display, with plenty of bush characters to explain the workings of these heritage machines. Timbertown is open 9:30 daily and is well worth visiting to see how our pioneers lived and worked more than a century ago. The 2011 Brita Professional Barista Cup was an outstanding success, and the 2012 challenge is shaping up to be even bigger and better. Last year we had contestants from the Mid-North Coast, Sydney and the southern areas of New South Wales. The grand final was held at Darling Harbour with hundreds of people watching as the grand finalists battled it out to be #1 in the Barista Challenge.
Contestants provided judges with 3 drinks, an espresso, cappuccino and latte. Then they were given the opportunity to create a signature drink which could contain alcohol. It was fantastic to see a whole range of drinks being produced that wowed not only the judges but the audience. Last year's winner was Paul Ying from Revesby Workers Club, who took home a prize of a 2-week P&O cruise. The Brita Professional Hot Club Barista Challenge provided everybody with the opportunity to showcase what they did within their own setting and promote their own club, cafe and licensed premises. What an exciting event, can't wait for 2012. For more information about the 2012 Brita Professional Barista Cup, please contact hennessycoffee.com.au or follow us on Facebook at Hot Club Cup. Can't wait to see everybody at the 2012 Hot Club Barista Challenge. See you next time on Hennessy's Been About.
Coffee while we're on the go on Hennessy's Been About. Learn everything you need to know about coffee, cause we're here to show. Being here, being there on Hennessy's Been About.